all the bells and whistles. This is complete and utter rustic chic. All right. And it's featuring an amazing piece. An amazing piece. Actually, let's be honest. It's featuring one, two, three, four. It's featuring like 5 amazing pieces, actually.
From Hollywood to Soho, we be wearing polo. Narcos is a no-no, that's just how it go though. You got it for the low-low, it's probably US Polo, or Beverly Hills Polo. All of that is so-so, interlocks and chevrons, Cruise Navy and Lemon, Ralph Lauren Wearon. I'm buying what you sellin', Maui Pink and Melon. Tell them about that Rustic.
Greetings and welcome to another edition of Seamless Style, powered by Politics and Polaroids. I'm your host, Mr. Parker. All right, episode 136. Episode 136, we're going full on Rustic Chic. All right, so this is another episode dedicated exclusively to the Rustic Chic style that we made, that we created. The rustic chic style that we are progressively creating and improving upon. All right. We're going to do an entire rustic chic episode again today. All right. Nothing more to say than that. If you've been watching, you already know what rustic chic is. You already know what it entails. If you haven't been watching, welcome to the channel. First and foremost, this is a safe space for men and traditional open-minded women. Okay. Again, if you're new and you don't know what rustic chic is, by the end of this episode, you will have an idea of what my rustic chic concept is. If you need an actual definition, if you need more examples after this episode, then you can visit previous episodes, because this thing is progressive. It's new. The style itself isn't new, but I put a name on it. Okay. So rustic chic is moving forward. All right. 3 rigs plus the ensemble I'm wearing will make 4 looks for you today. The ensemble I'm wearing is full-on rustic chic. It has equestrian notes, obviously. But equestrian looks are a family member of the rustic chic style as a whole, depending on how you do it. All right. There's very little modern equestrian when equestrian is incorporated with rustic chic. All right. We're talking English riding style. We're talking English countryside. We're talking old English. Okay. We're not none of that new stuff. All right. This is all vintage. All right. Obviously the boots, equestrian riding boots, cognac leather, 3 straps, Polo Blue Label. I know you would think they were purple label. They're not, and thank God they're not, because they probably would have been about $8 grand. A pair of Jodhpur pants, or as they say in the equestrian industry, breeches. All right, in a brownish olive hue with the leather Jodhpur patch on the interior thigh at the knee. A double RL club collared sports shirt in a light sun yellow, almost a cream, stripes with a tattersall pattern on the small club collar. All right. I did a Fair Isle wool club tie and but predominantly wine hue. with some navy, rugby royal, cream, yellow, beautiful fair owl tie. And it's full on Norfolk. All right, full on Norfolk. I'm gonna put the name of the gentleman, his eBay handle, his eBay store name. I'm gonna put his name up there. His real name is Nick, but I'm gonna put his name up there, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because first of all, he gave me a great deal on this full Norfolk. But second, and actually more important than the first of all, is this guy's store is perfect for the overwhelming majority of the viewers. All right. Reason being, you're not going to see any P-wing. I'd be surprised if you ever saw a bear. You're not going to see any polo sport. I would be surprised if you saw any. He has, the majority of his page is Ralph Lauren. But man, I'm talking about safari jackets, denim, or otherwise. All types of sports coats, blazers, and suit jackets. All right. And all types of tweed, all types of virgin wool. Sweaters, cardigans. Man, he has it. He has all the things that if you're looking to have a more mature collection, or if you're looking to expand your rustic chic, he might be the first person you want to check. Okay. Again, a good guy from our brief conversations, but his page is perfecto. All right. So check him out. Full Norfolk. Wide whale. Beautiful Gurkha hue. Belted. Everything. Just full on Norfolk. Yoke wings. All of it, man. All of it. Everything you could think of. Wooden buttons. Everything you could think of with this full on Norfolk. I'm actually, because this color is so common and the degree of the whale on this corduroy, I'm actually looking to find a matching pair of corduroys and just make a suit out of this. It shouldn't be too hard. It shouldn't be too hard. This is a popular color. The whale is a popular size as far as some of your previous years of corduroy. Now, a lot of the corduroy you're getting is the very small whale, but this particular whale size, I shouldn't have a hard time finding the right ones. I'm 0 for 1 right now. I ordered a pair, got them here. The hues were off. I've washed those pants now about 30 times in hot water, and they haven't faded a bit. They haven't faded a bit. It's just taking, it only really needs about that much of a fade to hit. They haven't faded a bit. So it's a good thing, because, you know, we know that now, you know, the quality is there, obviously, which, you know, but it's a bad thing for me because now I got to try it again. I mean, I only paid $20 for them. So I'll find another pair that, you know, maybe I can, and before you say anything, I matched up numbers on the tag. So it wasn't that. It wasn't the matching up of the numbers, of the style numbers. It's just the year that things were created, I think, you know, made to make the biggest difference. But anywho, I digest. Fragrance of the ensemble, fragrance of the episode. We're going to go with Ralph Lauren Safari. A very strong, manly scent. All right. Very strong, manly scent, and rustic chic. When you're talking about rustic chic, from a man's perspective, they're strong looks. All right. There's nothing wimpy about rustic chic. You know, very strong, very brolic type looks. So Safari was perfect. It was perfect for the ensemble I'm wearing and all 3 rigs, especially the last one. All right. So without any further ado, man, let's get into it. Y'all ready? Me too. Man, let's go. I had to save this for last. But then I was like, nah, don't do people like that, man. Go ahead and hit them with this first. This look right here isn't playing with any of us. Not even me. Not y'all. Not anybody. This look ain't playing. It's not playing. Whew. Brothers and sisters, this look is serious. All right. This is a serious look for a serious man. Okay. The piece de resistance is obvious, and the pieces that are layered with it are piece de resistances on any other ensemble. Like, that's how serious this look is. It's like having Scottie Pippen on your team, on a team with Jordan. Any other team Scottie Pippen's on, he's the primary guy. But with Jordan, he's number 2. It's like AD with LeBron. AD or any other team's the primary guy. With LeBron, he's number 2. Let's start at the top this time, because I'm getting very anxious to talk to you guys about this piece. All right. So let's start at the top. We did the Rugby Ralph Lauren club collared plaid shirt here. All right. Red, the red Gordon dress tartan. All right. Bow tie, fantastic bow tie. All right. Natural blue, red stripes with a lion and a small floral pattern, flower head under the line, man. Just a beautiful English style, royal, regal type of tie. All right. Then let's go to the sweater. The sweater is a shawl collared pullover. It has leather trimming. It has a leather buckle at the top of the shawl. It's got a McClendon tartan pattern. You can't see it, but they have leather elbow patches. Sweater serious sweater. The corduroys, slim fit, small well, beautiful pair of corduroys. Shanley snuff loafers, pair of socks, just to bring out all of the colors in the ensemble in the sweater, in the shawl collar sweater. Now, the piece de resistance. Man, it looks like a coat. You can wear it like a coat. It's a sweater. This is a sweater, guys. It's a sweater. 3/4 length, cardigan style. Whew. Beautiful toggles. Rope. Wooden toggles. A beautiful taupe hue is your base. You got corduroy trimming on the inside of the placard as well as the hood, attached hood. This red wool stripe around the base of the cardigan for a little bit of color, a little bit of flair. Like, we seriously have 3 looks in one. We have a duffel coat look, we have a cardigan look, but again, it's a sweater. It wears like a jacket. It's got great weight to it. But it's a sweater weight. It's not a jacket or a coat weight. It's a sweater weight, but it's a heavy sweater weight. Man, they just outdid themselves with this. Corduroy elbow patches. Whew. Brothers, let me tell you something, man. This piece is ridiculous. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, damn, I never really seen that before. Who? I've been saving that part for last, because I wanted to keep your attention. I wanted to keep you on the edge of your seats. Who made this piece? Denim and Supply. I lie to you not. This is a Denim and Supply piece. All right. This is a Denim and Supply piece. I completely fell into this piece on eBay. I forgot to tell you too, it's got a throat latch. I mean, this is everything. Everything's on here. Everything's on, without being too much. I fell into this piece. As you know, from the last quite a few episodes, I've been on my Southwestern print hunt. And as I spoke before, Denim and Supply was heavy in the Southwestern print with a lower price point than your double RL. So I was on my eBay looking at some of my saved searches, and I clicked on the Denim and Supply Southwestern sweater, and the guy had this on there. I did a double take, then I clicked on it, and I was like, whoa, hold up. I started looking at pictures, and I'm not gonna say I got engorged, but I was a little like, a little warm in here. A little warm in here. Yeah, because, man, this was doing it for me. So I clicked buy it now. Let me have that. And thanks for paying. Nothing to really talk about. Nothing to really talk about. Look at it. There's nothing to talk about. There was nothing to talk about. So it is what it is. Now, headgear, of course, driver, all the usual suspects, drivers, beanies, any type of wool or fedora, you know, with a complementary color or whatever. All of that stuff will work. Nothing too fancy, though. You don't want to go too fancy because, listen, the sweater on top of the sweater is enough. You don't want to get too fancy with this. You don't want to clown it out with the wrong type of fedora or anything like that. So, you know, if you're going to do headwear, keep it simple. But yeah, man, this is an entire rustic chic vibe. Now, I haven't counted how many suits I have. 2-piece, 3-piece. I haven't counted. Just guessing, maybe 25, maybe somewhere between 20 and 30. That's the only thing I can tell you. It's probably somewhere between 20 and 30, which is on the lighter side as far as collecting, in my opinion. You know, I know some very well respected collectors that have 50, 60, 70 suits. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm proud of my suit collection. That said, this is still my favorite suit in my collection. There's just so many things that can be done with this suit. There's just so much that can be done with this suit. And to me, I've never missed when it comes to the different variations of how I've worn this suit. And the crazy thing about it is it is a 3-piece suit. I've never worn 1 or 2 pieces by themselves. Anytime I break this out to wear it, I put all 3 pieces together just because I'm so enamored with this suit, and for obvious reasons. All right, we'll start at the top though. I went with a darker shirt. All right, I went with a dark plaid, spread collared sports shirt, just with nice dark fall hues, and then brightened it up completely with this beautiful orange heraldic rep stripe tie, small navy rep stripes. All right, did the vintage ink pen tie bar. Tie bar. The Rugby Ralph Lauren skull and bones on the lapel. All right, and then we went with a Rugby Ralph Lauren muffler here that has black watch tartan, green, navy, gold, red, beautiful London Scottish 32 with a rugby crest and crown on one side of the scarf. Man, just a beautiful collegiate style, vintage style scarf. All right, perfect for some rowing, anything of that nature. All right, shoes. We're gonna jump down to the shoes real quick. Pulled out. Went with the Ed Waltons All right. A pair of loafers that have tweed herringbone on the vamp. All right. On the vamp. Just a beautiful, beautiful shoe with the double monk strap. Beautiful snuff suede in a true brown. All right. Nice pair of striped socks with the 4 basic food groups in them. Now, the piece de resistance, this suit. All right. Heavy flannel, wool suit. All right. Beautiful hue of tan with the herringbone pattern. All right. With the herringbone pattern. Dual vented, throat latch on the lapel, attached to the lapel. Waistcoat, slim fitting, same beautiful pattern. Pants, flat front, slim fitting, outer cuff, because you know this look just calls for outer cuff on the pants, man. And it's this is an awesome suit, man. It's an awesome suit. Beautiful weight. Only places like New York City in the dead of winter, a couple of other states up that way, you know, New York City, Buffalo, Maine, go out to the Midwest. You're talking Chicago, Detroit, Minnesota, Milwaukee, places like that. Only places like that would you still want to throw a polo coat over this suit or some type of heavy outer coat. But otherwise, everywhere else in the country, unless it's 20 degrees or lower, you don't need an overcoat with this. You don't. This suit got great weight to it, and it's gonna keep you warm in that cool, cold, inclement weather. All right. But this is my go-to suit. It's my favorite, not my go-to. I take that back. This is my favorite suit, and it's definitely a rustic chic look. All right. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is gonna be a staple and a mainstay for rustic chic. This last look, all the bells and whistles. All right. All the bells and whistles. This is complete and utter rustic chic. All right. And it's featuring an amazing piece. An amazing piece. Actually, let's be honest. It's featuring 1, 2, 3, 4. It's featuring like 5 amazing pieces, actually. But one piece in particular is the reason for this season. All right. And that's the safari jacket. All right. I had my army, my typical army safari jacket with patches over it that was stolen from me. So when I went to, not me, like physically, y'all know better than that. It was stolen. Let's just leave it as stolen. All right. Ain't nobody ever. Anyway. So when I went looking for a safari jacket to replace it, which was maybe about a year or so after the other one was gone. First thing I do is what I always do when it comes to shopping is I go to ralphlauren.com first. Now, yes, there are a lot of beautiful things on eBay, on Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, The Real, Instagram, etc. Yes. But, and I've said this to you guys before and I'm going to say it again. If you want this thing of ours to continue and to continue to flourish, we have to patron the website and the stores as well. So me being who I am, I always go to the website first. All right. Needless to say, I never made it to eBay, Poshmark, etc. because this was on there and I was like, everybody that's got a safari jacket got the same olive green, army green one with patches. Then the next obvious one is the camo with patches. Then the next one after that, the distant third, is maybe the denim with patches. So I saw this and I was like, you know what? I'm not a minimalist, but this simplicity has more class and elegance to me than any of the other safari jackets that Ralph Lauren has to offer. Now, with that said, I will get that olive with the patches on it. Just buy my time. You know, the patches have to excite me. You know, the price has to be right. All my funds have to be correct. All of that good shit. And it's not a high priority. It's a medium to mid-high priority. As far as the denim, if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. I'm not too pressed about the camo at all. Like, that would need to literally fall in my lap at an unbelievable price. That's the only way I'm gonna buy that. It's just not my favorite of these safaris. But this one, whew, because again, like I said, it's a sand in color, and it's got all the bells and whistles of a real safari jacket, of the jacket that you would wear if you went on safari in Africa, right? All the bells and whistles. Epaulets, 4 huge cargo style pockets, yoked and winged in the back, a detachable belt that just works perfectly with this look. All right. And what we did was we just went rustic chic with everything else. The safari jacket is your chic. Everything else is rustic. We went with this beautiful heavyweight crew neck sweater, gun patch on the right shoulder hook. It also has elbow patches, big, giant, beautiful herringbone pattern on this brown sweater with hues of collard green and wine in the window pane pattern over top of the herringbone. Man, just a beautiful piece. Like I said, it's 5 amazing pieces on this look here. Just layered it over a purple spread collared knit dress shirt. All right. And why purple? Because as we scroll down, these heavy wool flannel pants by Rugby Ralph Lauren with these skull and bones all over in purple. I mean, you can't beat it. Heavy wool flannel, damn near feels like tweed. I'm talking about a beautifully rough texture here. All right. Scroll down some more, man. I brought the Saddleworths out. Hadn't wore the Saddleworths in about 3 years. Broke those out for this look, man. Patchwork boot, has a Ranger boot kind of style to it. More of a cousin of the Ranger boot though than anything else, man. And that beautiful iconic patchwork wool and tweed on the sides of it just makes this boot something special. All right. And then we just finished the look off with the Rugby Ralph Lauren patchwork wool tweed driver, just to, you know, say to the shoes, hey man, I see you. I see what you're doing. This entire look, man, is fantastic. And like I said, there are 5 amazing pieces on here. You know, this is like LeBron, Magic, Jordan, Shaq, and Wilt as your starting 5. Like, all these pieces, man, are amazing and can stand alone on their own and win championships. But this safari jacket is what really makes this look something special. A safari jacket that isn't olive, that isn't camo, that isn't denim. A beautiful sand, mid-weight safari jacket. All the bells and whistles of a safari jacket, man. Ralph Lauren really outdid themselves with this piece. And that's another episode in the books. I forgot to tell y'all about the cap I'm wearing. So at one point I bought, and this might have been 7-8 years ago, but at one point I bought 3 caps at the same time. One was a driver. It was 3 caps at the same time, but 2 of them were on the Ralph Lauren website and one was on Macy's. All right, the Macy's had the driver. The bucket hat was and the bucket hat and this cap were on ralphlauren.com. All right, the bucket and this cap had the same pattern on it, all right, as well as did the driver. All right, your tweed, Glen plaid, beautiful patterns, right? Ralph Lauren did their thing, sent me the proper size in both caps, no problem. Macy's, on the other hand, sent a small medium instead of a medium large. Typical Macy's. When I responded, oh, our apologies, we no longer have a medium large. I think they gave me 10% off my next order. Needless to say, I think it was maybe a year before I ordered something else from them, and I don't order much from them at all. That said, I did eventually part with the driver because it was very snug on my head. Very snug. Not quite headache snug, but very snug on my head. But that said, I kind of reached back and grabbed that bucket cap and this particular cap. And I put this cap on because the pattern is perfect to complement everything else that's going on in this ensemble. But it also kind of sort of resembles an equestrian type riding cap. The bib is obviously a little bit longer than equestrian caps are, equestrian riding hats are. And of course, the hat is nowhere near as sturdy or hard. You know, you could take an equestrian hat and bang on it all day long. And more often than not, those hats are black and have more of a felt over top. So, but same basic premise as far as the look. So I thought it would round off the ensemble perfectly. That said, we just wrapped up a Rustic Chic episode. Pretty good episode, if I do say so myself. Just pleasantly surprised with how this Rustic Chic is evolving. I like where it's going. I like where it's headed. I like the textures and the fabrics that we're able to incorporate when it comes to Rustic Chic style. All right. Hopefully you do too. All right. But get in the comment section. Let me know which ensemble was your favorite, or which ensembles were your favorite. All right. And which one is more towards where you are currently in your styling journey. All right. Other than that, I need you to hit that like, hit that subscribe, and tell a friend. And tell a friend to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. All right? Because we here in our Rustic Chic splendor. Artists paint pictures. Haters, they paint narratives. So don't be a hater. All right? Y'all have a good one.